Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This one is all about creating opportunities for other academics. Hey, my name is Caroline. Welcome to the video. I am a senior lecturer here in the UK. So I work at a university and I teach and I specialise in physics. Exciting news, we're doing another live. So if you missed it, I had my first official Dr. CST YouTube live on January the 15th, and the recording is up and available on the channel. But we're doing it again. So on February the 15th, there will be another YouTube live going out at UK time of 1 p.m. So if you're free, please join. We'll have some live chat. Feel free to put questions beneath this video if you want to have them answered in that live chat video. But today I thought we could focus on how, as a lecturer or senior lecturer or professor, part of the job is creating opportunities for others. Part of the job of being an academic, especially when you're an academic and you're running your own research group at a university, is about creating space and places for other researchers to be able to develop and to push forward their own careers. And so I was thinking about this, and there's various ways as academics that we do it. I mean, obviously we create opportunities by offering PhD positions and postdoc positions. But actually, once you have students in those posts, it's then more than that. You then need to continually consider and create space for those researchers to be able to develop their careers. So, for example, when I have my PhD students, one of the things that I always try to do is allow them to have an opportunity of supervising or mentoring or leading the work of other researchers whilst they're doing their doctoral studies. And so that may take the form of looking after a summer internship with me. So, sometimes I'll have a summer intern student, and actually I'll have one of my PhD students help mentor and part supervise that project. And sometimes there's opportunities for my PhD students to get involved in looking after our undergraduate and our master's projects. And for example, PhD students might be able to mentor small group projects from the undergraduate courses. And these projects can be quite nice because they don't typically last for like a long period of time. If you're new to supervising or mentoring another person, it can be quite nice not to jump in to like a huge time commitment straight away. And so it's quite nice to find PhD students an opportunity to have a go at mentoring and leading another person's research or supporting their research, but for a fixed time, so ideally like a semester, maybe a couple of months across the summer, because it kind of bounds how long that experience is going to go on for. And then when you've got your postdoctoral researchers, it's really important there that they get their space to be able to grow their research identity. And so again, it's creating those opportunities for them to be able to lead the work of others. And again, typically it could be that you've got a postdoctoral researcher and maybe you can link their work to the work of a master's project or perhaps a bachelor's project, and you can allow that postdoctoral to have some kind of leadership accountability, some kind of team supervision skills, just to give them space in order to be able to develop their own particular mentoring and leadership style. It's important, I think. It's important as a PI, as a principal investigator. Yes, you're accountable and your name is against the projects, and ultimately you need to be leading and delivering that research scope, that research body of work. But if there's space within that to allow other people to gain skills and experience in mentoring, leading, organising, looking after a part of that research, then that can be really beneficial. Now, of course, what you don't want to do is outsource all of your leadership and your work onto somebody else, and so again, there's a fan going on. Wait a second. What you don't want to do, obviously, is outsource all the work to somebody else. That's not the ideal here. You want to create space for somebody to be able to have an opportunity of mentoring and leadership. Yes, as the PI, you are typically going to have ultimate accountability and responsibility for that body of work. And if you have empowered somebody to be able to take ownership of a particular area, I think it's really important that you create the space to then not reward that person, but allow them to gain from those research activities. Be that putting themselves as a primary author on something, if appropriate, or leading a reporting activity, or getting their name out there to a particular research kind of conference, to allow that person to not only have the experience of leading the project, but also to put their name to the work. And I think it happens all throughout your academic career. I think if you're at a collegiate and a friendly networker of researchers or a friendly department, then it sort of happens naturally. So I know that I've got professor colleagues who will look out for my career and find opportunities and spaces for me to be able to go and do new and exciting things in the same way that I'll be looking out for opportunities for the people in my research team and the colleagues around me. So yeah, I think it's important in that sense that you support others and that others support you. But I know that's very, not idealistic, but it doesn't happen everywhere. And I know this idea of, trying to create space for other academics, and then hopefully at your university, your department, within your research community, other academics will be looking out for you as well. I know that's not an idealized scenario, if you like, but I appreciate that it doesn't happen everywhere, and that some research communities, some academic fields, some departments just won't have that mentality, or just won't have that collegiate vibe. And I think that is a real shame. And research is a funny one because it is collaborative. You do need to work with other people and to network. But I also get that it is also competitive, right? So you do need to try to push yourself forward and your research area forward as being the leading ones to win a particular research grant. There is that element of trying to strive all the time to show that you are, if you like, the best placed research to do a particular activity, to secure the funding. Although often we have to work in a collaborative nature in order to secure access to research pots of money and actually to be able to get the research done. Research is so interdisciplinary, which I can't say, interdisciplinary. It means we have to work together. So you have this kind of world where we're being collaborative and competitive. And, I know that drives some departments and some university systems to be more competitive rather than potentially working in a kind of collegiate and supporting style. So I'd love to know your experience. Do you find where you're working in your academic space, is it very collegiate? Do other people look out for each other and try to support each other's research? Or do you find yourself in a particular kind of competitive environment? Do you feel a bit isolated in your kind of research activities? Let me know in the comments. It's really interesting to hear each other's experiences. If you fancy, having some live questions on it, join in on the 15th when we go live. I hope to see you there. It's just really useful and I think insightful for us to be able to share our academic experiences, across our different institutions and our international different experiences we each have. But yeah, let me know. Do you think it's important to create space for other academics, and do you yourself feel supported in that way? But in the meantime, have a good week. It's now first week of semester 2, so I have my new modules to teach. So I'm off, I'm going to go teach class. Have a really good week, and I hope to see you on the 15th when we go live. Bye.